So today I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. I did everything right. I came to the airport 2 hours before my flight time, but unfortunately what happened was there's a delay and my flight that originally was supposed to take off at 12:05 is now taking off around 1:45, so I hope. But with this time, I'm going to take advantage of two things that I want to do and that I've been wanting to do for quite some time now. Number one, I'm going to go to all the Delta lounges that are here in the Atlanta airport, and I'm going to let you decide which one is the best lounge if you ever come to the airport and have time to stay at one of the airport lounges. And if you stick to the end, I'll even give you a bonus by allowing you to see the inside of the American Express Centurion lounge as well. The second thing I want to do is I want to take advantage of the art that the airport has over years put together as you're walking in the basement area or the train area from gate to gate. So usually a lot of people get on the Sky Train, which is the train that takes you from gate A all the way to gate T, or rather the domestic side all the way to the international side, and they never get an opportunity to actually see all the art that the airport presents. So as I'm walking from gate to gate to see all the airport lounges, I'm going to give you a view of all the different art exhibits that the airport has on display. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started, and let's start here at Concourse T and go to the Delta Lounge here at Concourse T. Oh, one more thing, since I'm having some fun with this, let's go ahead and see how many steps I actually take. Right now my watch says that, let me see, it says that I am at 1,194 steps, and so I imagine after I'm done with this excursion, I'm probably going to be somewhere around 6,000 steps. It's now 11:12, so let's go ahead and get started. So one thing that's cool, if you didn't know, the Delta Lounge or the Delta app actually has a list of all the different lounges that they have and all of the airports that they have a lounge in. And so for the lounge here in Atlanta, you can go into the app and then you can see how busy the lounge is. And unfortunately, as I go through the app, I realized that I won't be able to go to all the lounges today because the lounge in Concourse C is currently under construction. So unfortunately, we won't be able to see Concourse C's lounge today, but we'll see the others. So here's a look at the app. So now let's check out how busy this lounge is. So that was a quick look at the lounge in Concourse T. The next lounge, as you leave the domestic side of the airport and go towards the international side, is Lounge A. In fact, I guess I just passed the sign, but anyway, there's A, B, C, D, E, and then eventually you get to F, which is the international side. Hopefully I said that right. But let's go ahead and walk towards the A concourse. Now, I'm not going to take the train. I'm going to just take the walk. So behind me is right where most people get off the train to go to domestic baggage. And so I'm going to take the long walk from the domestic baggage all the way to the international side while stopping at each of the concourses that have a lounge. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so that was Concourse T to Concourse A, and you see they have a Zimbabwe exhibit, and now I'm going to go up to Concourse A and check out the two lounges that Delta has in Concourse A. The first one is next to the PF Chains, so I'm going to go there now. Okay, so that was the lounge in the center of Concourse A. What do you think? Let's now make our way to the lounge that is outside of gate A17. so not so bad. No frills either. It was also kind of stuffy in there. But anyway, done with the lounge outside of gate A17. And now let's walk to Concourse B and check out the lounge in Concourse B. As you can see behind me, there's a display that actually tells you how long of a walk it is to each of the different concourses, and it says from here to get to Concourse F, which ultimately I'm going to, is a 35-minute walk, and to get to Concourse B, it's a 5-minute walk. Okay, so that definitely didn't take me 5 minutes to walk, but maybe because I'm walking fast, it took me a minute. But let's go ahead and get to the lounge and B now. It looks like I'm going outside of gate B18, which let's see, which is actually right off the center of where the food court is. So not too bad of a walk. Let's do it. The app says that the lounge is extremely busy. So let's see if the actual app is true to its indications. And from my experience, Lounge B, for some reason, is always one of the busiest lounges. So I guess the app is pretty true to their indications. It's pretty busy in there, so you can trust the app. One thing I did want to point out about this lounge is a few of these, Delta does this to a few of their lounges now. When I walk down here, you'll see that they have an express grab and go. So if you're in a hurry and you want something, you can just go to the express, grab something to eat. And I asked before, I said, hey, if I grab something, even if it's like a drink and some chips, does it count as a visit? And it definitely counts as a visit. So if you're counting your visits, be careful on whether or not you want to use this express go. What's also interesting is I went in that lounge 3 minutes ago and there was no line, and now there's a line of folks waiting to get into lounge on Concourse B. So like I said, it is busy like the application says. So let's go ahead and make our way now to Concourse C. Even though it's closed, I'll still walk there just so I can show you the exact location where Concourse C's lounge is located. Okay, so that wasn't too bad of a walk from Concourse B to Concourse C. So now let's go ahead and walk to gate C 37, because that's where the Delta Lounge is located. Well, if it were open, that's where it will be, outside gate C37. So let's now make our way from Concourse C to Concourse D. Okay, so looks like the walk from Concourse C to Concourse D is pretty boring, but something exciting happened. I should have recorded it, but whatever, I didn't. Some of you know, if you've been watching my channel, that I've been studying Spanish, and I had the opportunity just now to help someone that speaks Spanish who was lost in the airport. told him to make sure he takes the train to the domestic side, to the baggage pickup, all the way into the end, and that's when he get out of the airport. So that was pretty cool. He was like, yeah, I'm looking for the salida. So again, the fruits of my labor tend to pay off. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, let's continue looking at this boring walk from Concourse C to Concourse D. Okay, we are going to right here outside D18, so right off the stairs. I probably discovered Lounge D, or the lounge in Concourse D, maybe a couple of months ago, and it's one of the ones that I like the best, other than the international lounge. So you tell me what you think. Was it pretty cool? Let me know. Two more concourses to go, so let's make our way to Concourse E, or Echo. And I guess it's another boring walk from Concourse D to Concourse E. I was under the impression that there was art in between all the concourses, but apparently there's not. So anyway, let's go. Okay, lounge F, or the lounge in Concourse. Where am I? I don't even know. E, F, I don't know. Anyway, the lounge in this concourse is done, and I'm going to make my way to the last lounge. Lounges in Concourse Echo and Concourse Foxtrot both have showers. You don't have to reserve them. You just need to put your name on the list, and if there's one free, you'll be able to use the airport. You'll be able to take a shower in the airport. And once you take a shower in the airport, you'll be feel refreshed. And that's especially important for people who take international flights, because they're usually longer than 8 hours. Or it's helpful for someone that's maybe coming from like California all the way to the East Coast. So now that lounge is over, let's go to our bonus lounge and let's get into the American Express Centurion lounge and check out that. Okay, so that was the American Express Centurion Lounge. And if being outside is your thing, that is definitely one of the lounges, if you have access, to go to. We're going to now go to our final lounge, which is in Concourse F, and that's another international lounge. And Concourse F is also pretty cool because there's a terrace in that lounge as well. So let's go ahead and walk to Concourse F and take a look there. now I'm lost. I'm here looking for the way to walk to Concourse F. I know there's a way to walk there, but I can't seem to find it. There's a dead end in this area. So I'm gonna go up to see if I can go up and then go down. Maybe that's what I have to do. So it appears that, yeah, in order to, it's not like you can walk directly from Concourse T, which is the beginning of domestic, and then walk straight through to Concourse F. You have to get off at Concourse E and go up the escalator like you just saw, and then make your way to the other side of Concourse E to walk to Concourse F. So let's find it. And it turns out that I actually was already at the Delta Lounge in Concourse E, walked past where I needed to go. So I got to turn around and then walk to Concourse F. So I'm on the right path now, so let's do it. And the last thing that I would say about the walk from Concourse F to Concourse E, it says that the walk is like 20 minutes. And from what I remember, this one's probably no joke. It probably is a 20-minute walk from Concourse E to Concourse F. So unless you are daring, don't do it. But I'm daring, and I'm about to walk from Concourse E to Concourse F, so we can get a look at our last lounge for today. So the walk from Concourse E to Concourse F actually wasn't that bad, but maybe it's because I'm a fast walker. It is a far walk. It's the longer walk of all the walks to go from one concourse to another, but it wasn't too bad. So now we're finally in the mezzanine area of the international terminal in Concourse F. There's the mezzanine behind me. And we're about to go into the final lounge of the day. We're going to go into the international lounge in Concourse F and Concourse F of the Delta Sky Lounges. So there it is, 76 minutes later, 8,000 steps later. I made it to all the different lounges in Atlanta International Airport, and boy, am I tired. My flight still has about 15 minutes before it begins boarding. Hopefully it's not delayed any longer, but I enjoyed this walk, and hopefully you enjoyed this walk and this viewing as well. The one thing that maybe I learned from all of this is that walking in the airport could be fun, and also that the lounges all have different foods, so depending on which lounge you go to, you may get something different. It appears that the only lounges that have access to an outside terrace are the international lounges, and they're also the only ones that you can take a shower in. So with all of that said, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for coming along with me, and until the next video, as always, be safe and go travel. You have everywhere to go see. Peace.